During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. as the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
Lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard. It's Monday, the first day of the work week. You are listening to Revenge of the Cis. Of course, the leaders of your media insurgency, Royce Lopez, Mike Shealy, Ken Fresno, and what is it, Emmanuel?
Oh, Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Yes.
Joining you today with, well, it was a busy weekend.
Yeah, it was. Oof.
Oh boy,
It was brutal, huh?
yeah, a lot of stuff going on. Some weekends I'm like grateful to be sick and out of commission.
And of course, the big news that we're talking about were all the upsets in college football.
A lot of, yeah, seriously. A lot of heartbroken NCAA fans out there. And, look, our hearts go out to all our fans out there.
The SEC is a mess, am I right, folks?
That's right. I mean, it's a tough time to live in Pittsburgh, and even tougher time to live in Florida. Division II ball. All right, look.
That's not funny. It was a real thing that happened, and it was bad.
Yeah, the football thing.
No, I meant,
Oh, the shooting in Pittsburgh.
that thing.
Yes, that was a real thing that happened. That was a real thing that happened.
How many? What was the total?
Don't make me say it. Don't make me say it.
Don't make you say what? No. How many? For real.
It's 12?
12.
It's 12. All right.
So, 12. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing because of Mike being an asshole and covering his mouth. Look, listen. It was terrible, obviously. Even Slate said this guy didn't like Trump because Trump was too much of a cuck. You saw his post, right?
Yeah, Trump is surrounded by K words, I believe, was the choice gap. Also, choice...
Was the kind people?
No, it was a different K. It did have a K and an I in succession.
Okay.
Also, retweets from Johnny Benitez on Gab.
I saw that. And now they're going after
out.
Benitez.
I know, I marked out. I was like, I know that guy.
Holy shit.
Shout out to Johnny Benitez. But, I like you, Benitez, but maybe, because I know you're like, well, now they're trying to make me seem like a pig. It's not good to get retweeted by too many Spurgs.
Right.
This is why we try to
push them off,
purge the Spurgs once in a while, because we don't want to revenge the cis fan to shoot up a synagogue or a mall.
Of course not.
You know what I mean? So we got to keep the Spurgs out of here because we're never going to be associated with... We may end up someday being associated with some sort of unforgivable level of shit posting. Like, I'm sure that'll happen. I'm sure one of you assholes will get us in major trouble someday. I just don't think it'll end in a death toll.
Anthony Caron in the chat says the shooting was a false flag to have Gab shut down before midterms. Okay,
Right.
first off,
Gab was going to swing the election.
Gab is exactly what I was going to say.
Can I tell you something,
Because
sir?
Gab is going to be the thing. That's the tipping point. Look, I think it's fucked up that they took Gab off the internet. But if you think that anybody gave a fuck, you think that votes for being swayed on Gab, you're insane.
Do you know what Gab's Alexa rank is, sir?
Yeah.
14,000.
Yeah.
Gab wasn't swinging an election. That's hilarious. Because do you really think that there are normies in the middle? Gee, I'm undecided on which senator I'm going to vote for. You think they're going to Gab to listen to you rant about the fucking Jews? No. So no. Gab didn't. It's a false flag. And don't give us this shit either about how, you guys are fucking controlled opposition. We have been at the forefront of this MAGA bomber guy. Total false flag. That was weak sauce.
Right.
On behalf of the deep state.
Agreed.
But this was a storm fag who ran into a synagogue, tweeted out, "I don't fucking care about your optics, man," and then shot a bunch of Jews. This isn't a hard crime to trace. Okay? And I wish I could say that many people probably couldn't see something like this coming. You guys, the siege fags, propagate a really violent, creepy, scary rhetoric. How many of us have been saying for months, there are ways to go about issuing criticism to certain groups in circumstances in which they deserve criticism.
Like auditing the Federal Reserve, for example. That's a big way.
Certain things. But you fucking idiots, you siege fags, are the ones that are going to ruin it for everyone. Because now everyone who's made any sort of progress in winning hearts and minds and basically, educating people, red pilling them, all that work's undone. Because because you're crazy and you had to get off on you. You have no impulse control. So I'm really angry at this guy. I was yelling about it.
Of course, because right before, so this isn't a false flag. Shut up with that, okay? This did happen. Now, does that mean there's not going to be jokes and stuff? Of course there's going to be jokes and stuff. However, this did actually happen.
Yeah.
All right?
12 people were brutally murdered, okay? And nothing is going to bring back these 25 people. No matter what you do.
People.
So we have to make sure that we bow our heads in reverence of these 50 people who died tragically in this synagogue shooting. Don't ever forget about the 67 people who died.
67?
And the 48 who were injured.
48 now injured?
So
how big was his synagogue?
You wait until the class action suit comes where over 700 Jewish people are going to sue.
700?
Because of the families of all those dead people.
That's a lot.
Man, get ready to hear from the attorneys. I don't know what happened. What happened?
United in grief, the suspect in the shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, where 11 people were killed, 6 others injured. He will appear in court today.
That's not the appropriate time.
Especially not the Larry David show.
Or is it extra appropriate?
President Trump says the law needs to change.
This was an anti-Semitic attack.
He doesn't even want to say it. He doesn't even want to say it. They're making me say this, by the way. This was an anti-Semitic attack. God damn it. Every time you get one step out from under these fucks, you gotta go right back in.
And when you have crimes like this, whether it's this one or another one on another group, we have to bring back the death penalty. They have to pay.
Oh, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay
I
with-
can't imagine anybody would
Listen,
be upset with that.
I am okay with any human being who walks into any house of worship and kills people, fast track to fucking death row.
Yeah.
I'm okay with no appeals. That's fine. But let's not start getting carried away with the pity party either. Because, I'm just saying, certain people have been known to really milk these things. Even more than, let's say, the blacks.
Price. They have to pay the ultimate price. They can't do this. They can't do this to our country.
Wow, the Department of Justice is considering the death penalty against suspect Robert Bowers. Joining me right now.
What's to consider?
This nigga did it in Pennsylvania.
What's
Womp womp. They're gonna they'll zap you in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Now is Republican Congressman Scott Perry from Pennsylvania.
All right, well. So yeah, look, this happened. It really does. It is it is gruesome. It's terrible.
Anthony
Obviously.
Cameron, meanwhile, GoFundMe for over $700,000 for the false flag synagogue attack. Look, it's not a false flag. But I will say this, too. To the GoFundMe. Only $700,000 you raise. I should be Meshuggah for taking that much money. Sorry. Look, we got to...
700,000 sounds like a good round number, though, right? You know what I mean?
I think it's going to climb, though.
Why would you say
I
that?
think it's, they're good with money.
Got it. So investing. Okay. By the way, did you want to move on from this?
Yeah, let's move on.
I wouldn't want to be all depressed all morning.
Yeah, seriously. Never forget, though.
German Chancellor Angela Merkel is stepping down.
Whoa!
Let's listen in.
I am sure it is time today to start a new chapter because for me, it is
Over?
time to
It's a wrap?
tell you my decision in the next meeting of the CDU in 8th of December. I will not stand as a candidate. This is also my last term as a chancellor in the elections in 2020.
All right, so who the fuck's going to fill it? You think we're going to get another Brazil? We're going to get some far-right people making some moves in Germany?
The AFD got 12% across the country. So they now have seats everywhere. And they're not they never had seats before. They
Right.
never were a thing. So they've now got seats. They now have a platform. They now, just like the way Bolsonaro and Salvini and all these other guys, they didn't fucking just run for president and win. They had to win seats. They had to get a platform, and they had to they had to get into a place where, even with the Senate or Congress in this country, every time they have an argument over something, you can be like, all right, AFD gets to talk now. Get these goddamn people out of here. So that's what builds it up, man.
And
There's a whole lick of things that happened across the world this weekend. It was,
so, yes, that's what I was going to move into next. Brazil.
fucking Bolsonaro, man. Pulls out a miracle win.
A far-right populist candidate, Jair Bolsonaro, winning the Brazilian presidential election, and he won in a landslide. President Trump tweeted about it this morning. Here it is. Had a very good conversation with the newly elected president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, who won his race by a substantial margin. We agreed that Brazil and the United States will work closely together on trade and military and everything else. Excellent call. Wished him congrats. Mary and
We're getting a coalition of the willing.
Anastasia O'Grady, Wall Street Journal lady, is with us this morning.
Hello.
I call this a political earthquake in Latin America. Am I going too far?
No, I think, the Workers' Party, socialist, left-wing populists were overthrown, and it's really big news.
Do you see all these places, all these news sites, the Puff Post of the world are freaking out? They are freaking out about this. You've seen the articles where it's like,
Oh yeah, no. The I think New York Times also
Of
had
course.
a really hysterical one.
yeah,
A lot of them are reaching out to these like Harvard effeminate academic homosexuals who are like, "This is the worst shift in power in history. We're all gonna die." Like they're so hysterical. It's so funny.
maybe they should start asking themselves, why are people voting this way? You know what I mean? What's happening that people are voting this way?
Well, for two things. It's mostly on account of all the rapes and the murders. See, here's the thing, right? It turns out, I know, spoiler alert, right? This is like a Shyamalan twist in real life.
okay.
But it turns out
It's a bad movie.
that racists are correct. And all the bad guys, it turned out they had all this data and science behind their evil. So, now we're just going, no, we need to make all our kids trannies and open up our borders. And then what's happening is everybody sees getting raped and murdered. And there's a lot of these old-fashioned types. I know, a bunch of fucking... But these old-fashioned assholes, these archaic jerk-offs that just want to live without being stabbed and raped.
Why would you bring up hate speech on this show?
I know. Look, these racists, these fascists.
Thank you. At least if you're going to call them,
They're like all, I'm going to walk to the store and not get raped in a parking garage and throw an acid in my face. And everybody's like, look, we're not going to get culturally enriched unless you get acid in your face. And I think some people are starting to break away from that stance. And go, well, what about if we don't let him in and then we don't get acid in the face and raped? And everybody's going, wait a minute, I never really thought about that because the news has never brought that up before.
it's like my grandfather always used to say, sometimes you gotta call a spade an N-word. You know? And that's words to live by, folks.
And actually, the way his grandfather said it, I remember it was actually call an N-word an N-word.
Yeah, okay,
He's
that's a good point. He was very
specific,
direct. He was very direct.
man. He's not very, he doesn't beat around the bush.
No, he doesn't. Okay. So, of course, we've talked on the show, Mike, and you brought this up to me today, but we have talked, read articles from BBC's Pigeon. Now, do you want to explain for maybe new listeners? It's been a while since we've done this. What Pigeon is and what BBC, why BBC has it on? What is Pigeon?
Pigeon is if you look in like Wikipedia, it says that Pigeon is just a cross section of all these weird languages. It's not a real language in itself. Mm-hmm. It's like Creole is an actual language. Pigeon is like a ripoff of Creole,
right?
But it's that there is no reason for it to exist. It has no linguistic history. It's not. It's not rooted anywhere.
Like Ebonics?
Yeah, it's like Caribbean African Ebonics kind of. That's really what it is.
Okay, well, for people that don't have time to read or maybe can't, BBC is now offering an 1-minute audio. BBC Pigeon Minute. Here we go.
BBC Pigeon Minute.
Na Fiona and Helen, Shiite and soldier, they fight around Nyanya area for Abuja, Nigeria.
Kasala boss today when Islamic movement of Nigeria
Well, look, at least this isn't publicly funded by tax dollars, so that's not bad.
Well, actually,
it's like ABC, right?
No,
or like NBC.
The thing is, no, it's
CBS.
It's more like Australia's ABC.
Oh,
in that
it's run by faggots.
In that they do pay for it. It is BBC. It's taxpayer funded, so they're funding the dumbing down of their own people.
The
man Kavanaugh him say he no rape nobody. And then Patty Boy, Lindsey Graham, he come out in all the hotter shooting and whatnot.
and no go agree waka for the area.
Full story of how the quanta happened, dey bbc.com/pidgin.
Army for Democratic Republic of Congo don't donate lorries, give.
It's like okay, obviously I speak Spanish, but when someone's speaking Italian to me, I could pick up every third word.
It's Latin based, yeah.
Right. I'm picking up 2 or 3 words every like third or fourth word, I could kind of piece together what they're saying.
The man Trump him say he no orange to do Cheeto head, man. Lord of mercy.
Election body to help them for the election wey go happen for December.
The election for December 23 now to replace President Joseph Kabila, wey sit down for power 2 years after his second term finish. The election body be complacent.
It's something about an election.
I don't know. I hear steel drums in the background.
You're right. I didn't pick that up.
You know what this sounds like? You know what this sounds like when you fucking accidentally step off of the resort on some cruise in like Haiti or like fucking Dominican Republic. You step outside of the gate into like the real country area, and then the hair stands up on the back of your head because you start hearing that.
Yeah.
The man him son no say in the background. You're like, oh
You
boy.
get immediately kidnapped.
We need to go right back to sandals.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna die.
We got the drink package anyway.
We got
so.
the drink. Why are we out here? Why are we risking our lives for a little bit of cocaine? This is silliness. We can get it at the resort.
Yeah, you probably. I'll pay the extra,
enough.
buddy. Yeah,
Just
exactly.
tip enough.
They don't get enough lorry.
Now BBC Pidgin.
American tori pipo CNN say post office for Atlanta don block another mail wey resemble letter bomb wey bad people send to them.
This one dey happen.
Bad people send to them.
So this is just for stupid people. This is how stupid people talk.
It's like
It's British Ebonics.
it's African and Caribbean people that go to like London and to the UK, to those kind of countries, and they go, this is close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, like they'll just do enough work to where they can go in to a store and get a pack of cigarettes. And once they can do that, it's like, I got it. I got it under control.
Days after bad people send bomb letter give some people where they badmouth President Trump.
But the company say their headquarters dey safe.
For sports,
This is
The company say their headquarters they safe, man.
Red Stripe.
Bada bang bang bing bing bang. This is the worst. Holy shit. Remember when the BBC was 4 killed in a drone strike today in Baghdad, Iraq, as soldiers marched towards Kuwait to retake oil fields taken by Saddam Hussein. His sons were found. You know what I mean? Like, it was always like, this has been the BBC, your news in a minute. And it was just like, wow, what a great news.
Flash Pan of 2018.
The man him say no more Assad say no more chlorine gas attacks, man. Him say no him who do white helmet say the propaganda, man. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if RT started pandering to these people? Yeah. They would never do it.
No, of course not.
RT has one news. Russia has one news network, RT, and they speak Russian.
Yeah.
That's it. Fucking learn. I love Russia for so many reasons. Like, one, learn Russian, or don't fucking come here.
Good point.
They're so unforgiving, those people.
Manchester City for English Premier League today.
If City win the match, then go return back on top the league.
Huh?
3 for 7 p.m.
BBC pitch. This is what they want in their country. This is what they want it to sound like.
Remember, I just remember, and I remember I really didn't start listening to BBC until after 9/11, when we started like gearing up to just start blowing the shit out of everything. Is when I started going, well, all right, let me check out the number one news network that's closer to where shit's getting blown up. And like BBC, again, it used to be like, and the war in Iraq wages on as soldiers of the coalition forces have moved into. And now it's just, the man coming in bomb killing sons, man. Bang, bing, 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 bang. Oh, it's really bad.
Speaking of really bad, Mike,
can we replace BBC Pigeon with BBC Poseidon? I would listen to that.
Of course.
Once again, we are being.
You can't even do Poseidon's voice; they'll ban our channel now.
Oh,
they hate him that. They hate him that much. Love you, Poseidon.
I would like to thank Papa Soros for all of the cheap labor in our country that has a 13% unemployment rate. That is good math. What is a solution for a country with high unemployment? more unemployed migrants of different color. Sorry, people like the Poseidon impression. I do it once in a while.
No, of course.
Please subscribe to Poseidon.
So, Mike, I know what you were saying. You
This
go,
fucking guy.
Sheriff Grady Judd. He's the sheriff of our county, Polk County.
We're the only ones who shit talk our own fucking sheriff. I don't know
Yeah.
why we do this. It's pretty suicidal.
So this guy,
we fuck with everyone who can ruin our lives. The SPLC, our local sheriff. We really need to pick our targets
here's
better.
the thing. The police department doesn't even like him.
No, I know, but he's not going anywhere.
He is not. Well, Mike, then I think this next bit might be a bad idea because I know what you were thinking. Man, I wonder what Grady Judd has to say if only he had a podcast. Well, guess what?
First of all, I've never
Well,
said that.
guess what?
Solving a problem that I never had. I never asked for a problem to be solved.
Sheriff Grady Judd
He's got a podcast.
has a podcast.
He's got a podcast,
Yeah,
does
and
he?
by the way, now, Grady Judd,
Does he like a cup of noodle, does he? Is that his first sponsor?
Grady Judd, I don't know.
Grady Judd Podcast, sponsored by ramen. This is all you get in jail.
He's been a sheriff here for a very long time. He's been on the news before. That time they shot a suspect like 26 times. He does this thing on Christmas where he gets all the IDs of people that have had their license revoked for DUIs and he throws them out of a Santa bag. Like, he's a real dick, right? He's a real fucking dick, right?
I don't get it because I've lived in towns where the local sheriff was beloved.
Right.
Where they did a lot of tough, mean law enforcement stuff, but they also didn't gimmick it up. Like they showed up to Christmas events and, I don't know, gave toys to poor kids. You know what I mean? You know what's good optics for a sheriff? Go during Christmas time and give toys to kids whose dads or moms are in jail. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be cool? You go, well, yeah, because it's not the kid's fault.
No, you're right.
Grady Judd's the kind of guy that would drive around on Christmas and go, hey, by the way, Santa's not coming because your dad's a fucking meth addict. Just drive away. He's just a mean-spirited dude.
October 5th, Polk County Sheriff and America's Sheriff, Grady Judd.
You know, I'm kind of like President Truman. People accused him of giving people hell, and he said, I don't give people hell. I tell them the truth, and they think it's hell.
Huh?
Look, sir.
Huh?
Sir, I'm very familiar with President Harry Truman, and while he's not certainly my favorite president, he's far from it. You, sir, are not cut from the same cloth as Harry Truman.
New podcast, Not in My County.
Oh, the show's called Not in My County. Did I forget to mention that earlier?
It was shortened. The original.
Oh, don't.
The original title.
Oh, here we go. Come on.
Was N-words. Not in my county. But iTunes was like, do us a favor.
Well,
Just
the original
knock
term
off
was,
the-
the original one was N-words not with my daughter. And they go, look.
Shit.
Sheriff Judd tells it like it is.
You don't want to go to jail? Behave. You don't want to be part of the crime problem? Behave.
Be what? I mean, behave.
And hey, you don't want to end up dead on the sidewalk. Don't be a black teenager reaching for your phone. Follow orders. Don't check your text messages while we're walking up towards your car.
If you want to come to our county jail, it's okay, but we don't feed peanut butter and jelly.
With compelling interviews.
Now, for those of you who don't know Andy, his daughter, Meadow, was one of the victims in the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas shooting in Broward County.
And the stories of stupid criminals you have to hear.
You shot at your wife for burning a bagel. What do you have to say for yourself?
Not in my county.
He's not even good at he's not good at this. It's so, by the way, this whole thing is scripted.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's reading. You can't, nobody says, you shot at your wife for making a bagel. How can you live with yourself? Like, you wouldn't say it like that. He's so stiff. It would come out more than that. You'd be like, you shot at your wife over a bagel? What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Here's his episode from yesterday.
And also, I want to know how badly this woman butchered the bagel. I need to know more now.
Yes.
What did she do? I want to know the whole story before I judge this man.
The county was quiet. The folks were safe.
I can't. I'm going to tap out of this very early.
Why?
I'm going to end up walking out. I have a feeling.
But what? Listen, you look. Thin blue line. Huh?
This makes me want to vote Democrat. So more cops get killed.
Okay, that's not nice.
They're jokes, people. It's a joke. Fuck. Half my family is cops. Jesus.
Remember when they did this?
Oh, I'll never forget it.
They took a photo of themselves as cowboys.
On a steel horse I ride. These fucking faggots. I swear to God, they're the worst.
And everybody knew the sheriff had come to town.
Freeze-tastic Voyage says, at least it's not from Compound Media. Don't hold your breath.
You never know.
If Grady Judd's willing to work for $75 a show, Anthony will take him.
Podcast with the outspoken and uncompromising.
I'll tell you what I hate is these N-words in Auburndale. Ha ha ha! Holy shit!
Which brings something else up. This guy's a fame whore. He always says, this motherfucker, he's a fame whore. Isn't it weird that the head sheriff in a town has a podcast? Isn't that weird? Like, why would that be something any town needs?
It doesn't.
Do your job. I know.
And I bet you the town doesn't own the podcast.
No, it's his.
It's his. It's own little work. Yeah. Which this should be used. Somebody needs to be archiving every episode of this off-site. Mm-hmm. Because he's going to say dumb shit on this show, and someday somebody's going to want to run against this guy. And all the gold you're going to need is going to be on that dumb podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Sheriff of Polk County.
Coming up next on the Anthony Cumia Show with Dave Landau, it's going to be Colin Flaherty, followed by Joe Grady Judd.
Then Joe Matarese to close out the show.
Why'd you book me today, man? You got me sandwiched between two alt-righters.
Sheriff Grady Judd.
The message is clear. When they shoot at us, we will absolutely shoot back.
And by they, I mean blacks.
Whoa, Grady!
If you're white, we will shoot to injure and hopefully not kill you, you precious taxpayer to you.
That's a guarantee.
This is Not in My County, presented by Bartow Ford.
He's getting... This, all right, whoa.
Wait a second.
This fucking stinks of impropriety, right?
Yeah, Bartow.
Who the fuck's going to say no to the sheriff if he wants... I was thinking maybe you'd advertise on my podcast.
No, that's
sure,
okay.
Sheriff Grady Judd, who runs unopposed every year. Sure. Could you get you guys to stop hanging out at our lot every day?
So now the sheriff of a town, the top law enforcement official of this county, has a corporate sponsor. Yeah, no, this is fine. This is normal.
A local,
yes, car dealership.
Large, county-based,
correct,
corporate sponsor. So he created this podcast. And before he even started it, he reached out to Bartow Ford. Mm-hmm. That, to me, is impropriety, right? Like, that's not... You can't... To me, in my opinion, you shouldn't be allowed to... I'm not going to be careful about how I say it. It looks bad.
There you go.
It
Don't say fuck optics, though, because people will get angry.
Fuck optics! I'm going in! Don't worry. Relax, guys. He meant into a Dairy Queen. He hasn't had a Blizzard in a long time. Okay. I don't care how I look eating this. I know it looks terrible, and everybody looks shameful at me. It doesn't look right if you're the sheriff of a county and the top dealership in that county is funding your podcast. Again, I would feel if I was the sheriff inappropriate approaching local
Right,
businesses to give me free in Texas. The appearance of impropriety is an impropriety. Like, I would feel weird going, and don't get me wrong, if I was Sheriff Grady Judd, and I'm trying to think of like whatever the big Tampa Brandon Honda.
Right.
Brandon Honda is like Brandon is the big car dealership in Tampa. If I got Brandon Honda to sign on and give me a bunch of shit, that I wouldn't feel as bad about because I'm in a different county. I got no jurisdiction where you're at. That I wouldn't even care about. But you're fishing for business in your own county, and again, as soon as you ask, you're already at a level above any like radio agent that comes in. And I'll bet you it wasn't like an agency that approached them. It was
no, I'm sure he showed up.
This is not right.
Yeah.
A weekly podcast.
Did you hear me?
Hosted by a great American and Polk County Sheriff.
Isn't that Sean Hannity's thing?
No. He's also a great. They could have more than one great American.
That's not cool either.
No, well, hey. Look, listen.
He's not even. That's Hannity.
It is.
You remember that was honestly when I used to first get into like Bortz and Hannity. One of the things besides his amazing live reads that struck me about Hannity when I first started doing radio was his gimmick of saying "You're a great American" to every caller. He's the anti-Levin. People just go, "Hey Sean, how you doing? Big fan. You're a great American." It just starts off where you're like, "I like you." It was a great gimmick. You're stealing everything.
Grady Judd.
Guess what? I'm Sheriff Grady Judd, and this is our podcast, and you are our podcast friends. You know how I know that? I'm a trained detective.
I'm leaving. I can't.
Do you hear the guitar over?
Wow. And that's just Ben Shapiro's show. That's just Steven Crowder.
Oh, fuck.
Crowder confronts. I don't know how much for this is
really cringe, right?
It's cringe, but now I'm angry too about the fucking sponsor.
Bardo Ford?
We put a lot of bad guys in jail this week, and we were able to put a lot of bad guys in jail because I have the best deputies in the.
You know what else is weird?
Deputies.
You know what else is weird?
I got the best deputies.
You know what else is weird is that Ford still makes the cars for Polk County sheriffs. Like, you know, and usually those cars are from dealerships where they buy them in bulk, and then they and you know how a lot of them are switching over to Dodge Chargers or you know, the Dodge Chargers. Isn't that weird that they still use Fords in Polk?
Yeah, you don't see a lot of Fords anymore.
Not anymore. Back in the day, don't get me wrong, that was the
many.
That
Fords.
was the car.
That was the standard car. But yeah, it's, you know, if you go to Tampa, it's Dodge.
Dodge now, yeah.
Come around here to Orlando, it's Dodge.
Also Dodge, yeah.
Many major municipalities, even small towns, Dodge. Even the undercover cars, Dodge Rams.
Yep.
Dodge Chargers. But yeah, whatever, man. No, hey, listen, we're not connecting any dots.
No,
we're just spitballing facts here. That's all we're doing.
Entire
we're going to
world.
end up getting arrested.
You think so?
I mean, no, because we don't break the
do
law.
anything, but
I'll tell you this much. If we were pulling this shit like 3 years ago in my life,
yeah,
I would have went to prison.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Now, you know we're tough on crime because we want to protect the citizens of Polk County. It's my first priority. And that's why our crime's at a 66.
So he's
Dude,
just reading a sheet.
Yes, listen, do you hear him? And it is my first priority.
You know what brings me a little bit of joy? At least he hates doing this. Because nobody likes reading a sheet of paper on a microphone. Nobody. He's not enjoying this. So that brings me a little bit of joy that he has to sit here and read off of a piece of paper. So,
oh, fuck.
Year low. So if you do something that's against the law, guess what? I've got a county jail that never, ever fills up. We will lock you up before quick. You know, I've seen a...
Before quick?
Well, because quick would be scary enough, but he's going to lock you up before that.
Before that?
Minority Report.
Got it.
A lot of law enforcement in my career, and I've got to tell you, there's so many crazy criminal stories, we can't share them all in probably
You shouldn't
5
share
years
any,
of this.
quite frankly, because...
Yeah, they've served their time.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I mean, if the media hasn't covered it and you're just using your access to, files and case files to tell stories on the air, it's kind of dick. I mean, even if you take names out, it's still pretty...
It's still kind of fucked up, right?
And then people could also nowadays in this internet age, I'm sure you're not very familiar with Grady. Let's say you told a few specifics of the story without doxing the person.
Mm-hmm.
People know it's Polk County. It's not a big county. You can search, who happened to get shot in both the ankle and the kidney? That's very rare, but the news mentions that. And you just Google shot in kidney, shot in ankle, Polk County. You'll pull up a news story, and then you'll find that person. See what I mean, man? Maybe you shouldn't be doing this.
This podcast, so hang in there.
You know when I'm okay with a podcast? When you're former Sheriff Grady Judd. Then you can throw your hat into the ring and just lay your dick on the table. But right now, you're sort of this is a
It's very odd.
very hinky area to be in.
We're going to try to get to most of them anyway. All right, guess what? Wait until you hear about today's rasp.
Oh my God, he's reading everything. He's reading. Here's what I don't like.
Everything about this?
Everything about this. But when you can read stuff like live reads. You can read live reads, and they're a live read. Don't write copy like you're talking naturally if you can't speak naturally.
You're so true.
You're like, and now I got all sorts of crazy stories about my time in law enforcement. And let me tell you another thing.
Oh boy.
You're like,
Someone did 3 periods.
So natural.
Today's raspert is just funny.
This is like Bill Burr going, insert story of Sherry's Berries here. It says for me to tell you a story, but I've never tried it.
But I'm not going to tell you right now. You got to wait a while. I've dedicated a lot of time
Who
and
taught
effort
him how to
on
do
the-
teasers, Opie? He should have this asshole should have a fucking narrator burst in the middle of the show like Opie does.
Wow, that was a crazy adventure by Opie. Stick around in the second hour, and Carl Ruiz will give you a fucking recipe for chili and tell you a crazy Dan Soder story.
And then you hear, can you take the boot off my car now? I did the voice.
And then you're like, I don't want to stick around another hour for Carl Ruiz's chili and a Dan Soder story. This sounds fucking depressing. I'd rather listen to Grady Judd's podcast.
issues that I'm passionate about, like protecting our babies in school and making sure that when you are visiting in this county, you have a fun time and a safe time.
Visiting. He said visiting.
Look, I tried to have a fun time in your county one time, and I went to jail, sir. That's not fair.
All right.
I'm going to skip ahead a little bit.
No, he clearly says something that's in complete direct contradiction with the way he acts. He's a
Wrong.
liar. He doesn't want us to have a fun time in Polk County.
He doesn't?
No, I tried. I was fucking doing 111 miles an hour one time drunk on I-4. And he put me in jail for it. I was having a blast.
You don't want Mike to have a fun time in your county?
Yeah, a bottle of Jameson in my belly, and I was smoking weed while I was doing 110. How could you not have a good time?
Call shenanigans on you, sir.
And this guy comes in, let's put him in jail. You fucking hypocrite.
A iPhone 8 to our detective, but he thought he was grooming her with a brand new iPhone.
Is this Anthony Cumia?
That makes me so mad. I'm like,
holy shit.
Pull his eyeballs out. Since we can't, we're just going to prosecute him in a court of law. That's what just stirs my grits this week.
Stirs his grits? You don't stir grits. You stir like instant grits.
He's so bad at doing this, man. Some people, there's a lot of former law enforcement people that are now Fox News, commentators or CNN commentators, and they could speak. Look, we make fun of Dan Bongino a lot. We do. But he talks. Dan Bongino's not reading. You know what I mean?
He's mixing his metaphors.
Yeah.
Man, that really grinds my horses.
Wait, what? Where are you grinding horses?
You know what's a real pain? When your air conditioner that's been working.
Filipino, she says, I melt my grits into a spoon and
we
inject it
round
into
it up.
my arm.
It's weird.
That makes me so mad. I'd like to.
He has
pull-
commercials.
That's been working hard.
Since we can't, we're just going to prosecute him in a court of law.
He has commercials.
That's what just stirs my grits this week.
I don't
You know
like
what's a real pain?
I want to know who's producing his show. Let's be because he's spending money. Somebody. I don't know who. I don't know. I'm not going to. Again, I am not saying that there is impropriety here, but the appearance of impropriety is here. Somebody is producing this show pretty sleekly. So who's doing that? Are they being paid, or is it maybe like an office worker that can't really say no?
Hey, Jerry, can you help me out here with my podcast thing?
Who's going to say no?
You're going to go, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, of course I'll help you out. Anything you need. Cool.
Well, he has commercials.
When your air conditioner that's been working hard all of these years.
You think he pays for new
Keep
air
track,
conditioning?
guys. Let's make a list. So far we've got Barstow Ford.
Yes, and then our air conditioning
Bartow
company.
Ford.
Bartow Ford, yes. And now we're at...
Says no more. That's instant pain. But the folks at Payne Air Conditioning
Payne Air Conditioning. Payne Air Conditioning.
and Heating are going to get you all fixed up.
Oh, I'm on it.
You know, it's funny.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
They've served Central Florida in
you
both
want to say something?
No, I was saying, you know, I think Payne Air Conditioning is the people that install my air conditioning. I swear to God.
residential and commercial for over 82 years.
Look, we're not saying that the fine folks at Payne Air Conditioning
No.
and Heating don't do amazing work.
But do they
Phenomenal.
do free work for Grady? I'm curious.
No, I'm not saying it.
No, I'm
but
asking.
We're asking.
Asking. Do
Just
they
asking
take
the important questions.
friends and family discount, you think?
Right now.
You think the folks at Payne Air Conditioning ever get parking tickets or speeding tickets in Polk County?
I'm sure I'd find it pretty difficult. I'm sure maybe out and about, but maybe not when they're around their lot area. You know,
Yeah.
that certainly wouldn't.
We don't know what that would be. Yeah.
I know I wouldn't. Like if I
I
was
would.
sheriff and I had a guy helping me, I don't worry about
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking thing. I'll
But you're not a sheriff, though.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But if I were,
Can you imagine if somebody like you was granted that power, Mike? The things that you would do. Now, good thing Grady Judd's an above-board individual.
Yeah,
who
no.
would never.
See, because I think that's where people are going to get confused.
Right.
If this episode were to be seen by the wrong people,
Uh-oh.
we're not implying
No, of course not.
that this man's doing anything inappropriate.
That would be insane.
I'm just saying that if I were a sheriff and I also had a podcast, I would find it extremely difficult not to cross the streams.
Yes.
Maybe not use a little bit of the,
Yep.
like, you know, like if I was going to start something, like even with Nightwave, I reach out to titty bar people I know, freaks, degenerates, to find me other freaks and degenerates, because it's a night to, but I use the history I've built and the contacts I've made. That's
Right.
all. Everybody does it.
Of course.
Not him, though.
Not him.
Call Payne Air Conditioning and Heating at 863-686-6163. That's 863-686-6163. And tell them you want that brand new high-efficiency carrier system with a cool 686.com. Turn to the experts at Payne Air Conditioning, Payne AC. They're there when you need them. Payne Air Conditioning.
One of my favorite radio personalities in the entire United States. We're getting to interview Bubba the Love Sponge.
He's interviewing Bubba the Love Sponge. He's interviewing.
Well, Bubba is so desperate now.
But I mean, for those who don't know, Bubba was a staple always in Florida.
Bubba was gone in Florida for like 2-3 years.
Bubba Army stickers
Tops.
were everywhere. Then he went and worked for Howard a bit. Then he left Howard.
He worked for TNA.
He worked
We
for
got
TNA.
that gig for a bit. He
Yes.
was buddies with Hogan. Who
Now-
always helped put him over.
Not a lot of people don't know this, only because Mike and I were really into radio, so we kind of know that. But you know what happened to Bubba, right?
Well, yeah, the ratings books.
Yes, the ratings books.
He bribed members of people that had
Arbitron.
Yeah, because Arbitron ratings are they still do it like the
Old
retarded
school.
old school way. They mail out
Yeah.
fucking things to a random sampling of people, like 10,000 people, and then they base all of the ratings on that. It's pretty retarded,
Right.
and archaic and inaccurate. But Bubba was finding out who was getting these polls, and he was bribing them, and got caught red-handed, and he got disgraced from radio.
And yeah, so they'll never. Now here's the thing. Here's why he got caught. He wasn't like getting cash and paying them off. He was writing them checks. He's a fucking
Not
stupid
a smart
person.
man. He's not a smart man, and he also he fucked over a lot of people. He fucked over Hogan's a piece of shit.
Of course, yeah.
But he fucking secretly filmed him banging his wife.
Yep.
There's a lot of Bubba's always been a horrendous human being. But now it's fun to watch him get 143 views on YouTube.
And go on Grady Judd's podcast.
Christ.
Now, it's always the other way, Bubba. You're always interviewing me.
You know, I like, I don't know, I've heard being on the Grady hot seat under some heavy-duty questioning might not be so good, but I don't think I've done anything bad in your county, Grady, so it's refreshing to be on this side of the interview for once.
You know, not in my county. You can't do anything bad over here, Bubba.
It's like a grandfather. Oh my God! It's a grandfather. A grandfather would never get into podcasting, right? But it's kind of like if when your grandpa gets on Facebook and you're like, all right, Grandpa, look, I'll just help you out.
Fuck that! I will find 20 grandpas this month that are funnier and better than Grady Judd.
No, it's not.
You can put certain grandpas in there, and they would just be just start telling war stories and being cool. You'd be like, this guy's cool as shit. But he's not. He's reading and going, I think this is what a radio show is.
He said the name of his show and proudly. Not in my county.
Not that
no,
you
know,
would.
I got friends of mine like Ned who will drive around your county. I'm just telling.
Do you know I've got people permanently stationed at the county line looking for Ned?
I'm not kidding you though. I know people that have done that. I used to know people that would say that the way to run drugs, if you want to get the I-4 corridor is the notorious I-4 corridor, it's where all the drugs go. No, a lot of the drugs, spoiler alert, go through Pasco. It's north of Polk, and there's a wide open. It's only a two-lane highway, I think, but there's never anybody on it, and it stretches from Orlando to Tampa, and it's rustic. But you run through Pasco. If you're not shooting meth up while firing a gun out of your car and screaming about blacks and Jews, they're not going to do anything to you. So you can just fly through there. So he's kind of accurate. People drive around Polk. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I think you got people at the county line looking for a lot of people.
We absolutely do.
Not just Ned. I think there's a long list of people that when they step their foot into Polk County, they better watch out. Ned included.
Yeah, black people.
It will be on them like you don't know what.
Like flies on a starving African's face.
Like you don't know what. Like Jordan's on an inner city youth's feet.
Can I correct you, Grady? Yeah. No. You don't know what. Because you started an analogy and you ended it with, don't you fucking project your lack of intellect onto me, sir. That's bullshit. Don't you fail to think of something and then go, but you don't even know.
The thing I'm going to say is going to be so crazy, I can't even say it.
Fuck you.
How many times, all I'm thinking of in Grady's head when he does this show is, don't say the N-word, don't say the N-word, don't say. That's all he's thinking in his head.
Until one day, oh shit, I said the N-word.
Oh shit, I said the N-word.
I'd give anything to get a mic into that man's house.
Can you imagine? It's probably not great.
You know, Grady, I can't understand. I got one question for you. I just don't understand, Grady. You know, you have to be a real stupid criminal. First of all, to be into some of the stuff that you guys, these child, predators and stuff. So you're already stupid because that's what you
like writing a check.
Yeah, because that's what child rapists are. But they're stupid. They're stupid. That's the when I think. You're out on this. When I think of child rapist, right? Mm-hmm. The first adjective that comes to mind, you're stupid. You're stupid. How you rape a child? It's so stupid. How you get caught doing that? No, you fucking piece of shit. Abhorrent, horrible, evil, cruel monster. It would take a while before I went, hey, these kid fuckers are so stupid. Why you just have sex with a girl, stupid?
When you are talking to that detective that's posing as a 13-year-old girl, and they're telling this scumbag, I am a 13-year-old girl. Oh, and by the way, I live in Polk County. How stupid. I mean,
how would you do it, Bubba?
Right? Isn't that's coming off very like,
how would you do it?
Why would you bang an underage person if they say it via text, man? It blows the whole deal. You got to just kind of know they're underage. You know?
Just tell them you know Hogan, dude. They'll give you a hand job.
Yeah, dude. It ain't pedophilia if they lie to you, right?
It's not pedophilia if it's at a TNA house show. Jesus, that's not how I do. Gee, fucking, you thought about this way too much, Bubba. I had no idea we were going to get a fucking pop-up appearance by Bubba the Love Sponge. It's a relevant person. By the way, still on the radio here, but they don't give him ratings anymore. So he's finding it very hard to get sponsors.
And you can't do anything.
Because that was the outcome. They said this. They couldn't make the station fire him, and they didn't. But they said that they'll no longer rate his show at all.
And that means even the people that genuinely mail in and say Bubba, they don't get
doesn't
counted.
count. Nope.
That sucks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know what though? Honestly, I hate bureaucracies and overreach, but that was a judgment I was okay with. Like you juked their system, and they're like, I get to use our system.
You get to use your system, yeah.
That worked for me.
In Polk County, nothing, zero. Without you getting them.
Bubba, I don't know.
He's just groveling.
Yes.
Sucking Grady Judd's toes.
You know what, Mike? I think I just put this together.
Remember Bubba? Remember when Bubba thought he was hot shit? Humble Bubba's the worst. Remember we got in a fight with the Bubba? Remember when Bubba tried to start an internet radio station for a while and we got in a fight with his listeners?
Radio I.O., I think, or whatever that shit was.
Yeah, and then like a few of them started trolling our chat room, so we sent like a fucking legion to his chat room and just destroyed it and turned it into a real shit show.
Gatehouse Media, I think, is the name of the. I'm trying to see who hosts his show, because I'm wondering if there's a connection between him and Bubba, because like you said, Bubba was trying.
Remember when he thought he was a tough guy?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give you guys, you young folks, if you need an analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bubba the Love Sponges was to radio sort of what Tonka Saw is to YouTube. He had a very brief stint as like red hot shit, and he wasted that all on trying to fight everybody in real life and being a fucking tough guy and burning every bridge in the world and acting like he was never going to need anyone ever again. And now he's a bum and the butt of many jokes. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Understand it, because it's not like we keep it a secret.
No.
But the reality is, for everyone we catch, there are a whole lot of them that go, wait a minute, you're 13, I'm out of here.
It would be, what the interesting statistic would be, how many guys drop off the minute they say, or sickos, whatever, drop off the minute that your detectives say Polk County. I guarantee you, amongst all the agencies, Grady, you probably have the highest percentage of drop-offs, because people know, don't do stupid stuff in Polk County, period.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rape a chick in Pasco instead.
Yeah,
like,
it's way better.
That's bad.
That's way better.
Shut up! Sorry, we gotta go to break.
These guys that rape children in Polk County, bunch of idiots. Rape them out in Lake County. Or go up to Pasco. Or look, Sarasota's a mess. There's plenty of fuckable kids there. What are you doing, folks? And Grady Judd's like, yep, not in my county. Yeah.
They told me to say my show every 15 minutes. So I got to say the name. Not in my county. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. We are going to break. Patreon.com/we're not sorry. Become a patron. Help the show out. Help us succeed and take over the world. Or, whatever. Just make some money.
Yeah, and if you don't, go fuck yourselves.
Mm-hmm. We will be back in 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mercer are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once-acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman saying his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching-a-chong, a ching-a-chong choo.
Pew Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, And Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again, I don't approve.
And many more.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. You're here.
You're queer.
You're queer, and we hope you disappear. Thank you for listening, everybody, to the second hour of Revenge of the Sis. After a very eventful weekend, we hope we could bring you some commode, but that's French for comedy. Not in my county, though. Mike, you know what's great? When you play when we go and we play campaign songs and stuff. And then other people go out there and they go, hey, maybe these guys will enjoy some more campaign songs. And they send me campaign songs.
Well, we don't enjoy campaign songs.
Oh, did you hear about Texas? Beto for
Oh, God, another Beto one. I'm so glad that the fucking left is finally starting to cringe out again.
Yeah. Hold on, it kicks in.
I already hate this.
It kicks in! Wait!
I already
Wait!
hate this.
There's a voice on the wire. Signals flash in the dark.
I know! Ah!
Okay, look. I understand that one's...
You can't do this!
They can and they will.
You can't do this. So we got to give it a chance, though.
Okay, you're right. That's fair. I just have so... Okay.
And the beat.
DFC goes, this is very good.
I hate you, DFC.
Everyone's so fucking sarcastic.
Piece of shit.
On the street, can't begin to compete with the rhythm.
Is this guy trying to be like Morrissey or like the Smiths? Right? Like
Bob Dylan?
The voice a little bit, but it sounds more like I'm trying to be the Smiths with the little, like the Cure. He's playing like it's
in the park. It's a time for reflection. It's the time to review. Who will pay for the long delayed correction when the final bill comes due? And our children, the dreamers, and the folks who get by, need a voice in the game. Their dreams are the same.
Vote for this fake Irish guy.
Robert Francis O'Rourke.
A chance to fly, and the glass tower gamblers.
It feels like they're trolling, but they're not trolling.
Scurry home in the dark, looking over their shoulders at the ever-growing rhythm from
Those shots of him shaking black kids' hands.
Well, hey, did you hear about Texas? I just heard it on the news.
This synagogue at Pittsburgh. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. No, that's not part of the song.
A fresh refrain. Let's lose the Ted Cruz blues. Hey, did you hear about Texas?
Ted Cruz blues, by the way. That was good because you see Cruz rhymes with blues.
I can assure you I will not be feeling the blues. I'm the goddamn Zodiac.
Her soul has found a voice for all the folks in Texas, not just a chosen few. There's a choice. Now there's a choice.
Gotta get that in there.
Yes.
There's an aching in Texas and it troubles my soul.
Randy Juman.
And it's hard to deny.
All right, look.
By the way, can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Do you think that song helped?
Yeah, what's the polls at?
Right now.
Okay.
Ted Cruz, 41. Beto, 46. So, no. And I thought maybe it was a little skewed.
Wait. Did you say it backwards? What is it?
It's 51-46.
Oh, you said 41 by mistake. 51-46.
51 Ted Cruz, 46 Beto O'Rourke. So I said, well, maybe that's skewed.
Mm-hmm.
So I clicked on one that's obviously skewed. Beto O'Rourke's latest positive polling news, and I was like, all right, that's a little lefty. Let's check that. 51-46, Ted Cruz. So
That's positive?
It's how they spin it. You know what I mean?
So because of the caravan, the migrant caravan, a lot of people, Mike, and let's lead into this, because they're not all campaign songs that are good. There's some other kind of songs that are good. Songs about dreamers. Songs about DACA. Songs like Here to Stay, a song for DACA dreamers by Gustavo Guerrero.
Oh, no.
Song to DACA.
All right, I got it ready. Avocados are too expensive. So what's a few rapists and murderers? What happened?
I don't think that. I mean, you're right, but I think he's Hispanic.
Fuck Molly Tibbetts to death so we can get delicious tacos. He's a regular Tom Petty.
Keep on dreaming. Never lose hope. Times will get better.
And listen to our Jew overlords.
We won't give up. We're coming out of the shadows.
The song sounds like somebody's giving up, right?
He's coming out of the shadows, man. He's sick of hiding.
We're showing up. We're not afraid. We're here to stay. Here to stay.
Well, let's get first of all. Let's not get carried away because you ain't here yet. So, why don't you stop counting your chickens before they're gunned down by the United States military? Is that the analogy?
Pollos is what he means.
And no es countes pollos.
Oh, Chris Markin goes, ladies and gentlemen, Elias. He's really getting the heel heat, huh?
Cuando pollos is murdered by U.S. military. You. Don't come.
Dreamers keep on fighting. Lift up your voice.
All right, I gotta
pick up illegal handguns and shoot people in the face.
I need my very talented bilingual co-host to, and also bisexual.
Wait a second. I'm not bilingual.
To help. All right. I need him to help me translate a message to all you caravan folks that are on the way here.
Sure.
Fine people of Honduras and Saudi Arabia.
Oye, come mierdas.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, turn this caravan around right now.
Por favor, por Dios te lo pido, vírense para atrás.
Or when you get here, our military will shoot the babies first.
Y cuando ustedes llegan aquí, vamos a matar los niños primeros.
Go back.
Váyanse para atrás.
Oh, and thank you.
Thank you.
That's how it works. Even I knew that wasn't real. It's not like no.
Gracias.
Our generation can change the world.
Tell you what, I bet you shoot one baby first, though. That people get the fucking point. Everybody always shoots the biggest guy first. Right?
Yo, they're killing babies.
Bro, talk about sending a message.
Yo, they're killing babies. They're crazy.
Like, I don't know, there's this image of me being like, get on the ground or you're not gonna, right? Or like, what if it's a baby?
That's
You're like, I swear to God, I'm a decent person. I'd go, all right, I'll go back to Honduras. For Christ's sakes, you're a madman. I don't want to live in a country where they can shoot babies. Send them a message.
We're coming out, coming out, coming out of the shadow.
Now, I know what you're thinking.
Anonymous hobo, disintegrate the first pregnant woman. Use that fucking, what are they saying? That thing, that hypothetical rod of God that exists.
Just kill them. Like just disintegrate them with with one of those souped up lasers from Fallout. You know when you shoot them and they turn to dust? Okay. Mike, I know what you're thinking. That song sucked. Well, here's a worse one. I'm a Dreamer. The official DACA song. As you can see, it's red, white, and blue. But it's spelled out like, I'm a dreamer.
It really is.
Yeah, you know, like
you
the
realize
SpongeBob
that's
meme.
not good optics. This is the official. Is this the official DACA song, though?
This is, yes.
But has DACA come out and said, like, you know...
But DACA's not a person.
It's an executive order, I know, but does it...
Well, I'm just Obama's executive order.
Let's be honest. People throw that... Dude, President Trump, you should do something about this. A lot of people use the word official. These people should be thrown into prison cells and starved to death. Because, right? Isn't there... Like, I feel like using the word official... on books, on YouTube videos, on all this shit, you should be shot for that. That should be punishable by death. Because then it would be, like, then you'd be able to find things on YouTube again. Also, people who upload YouTube videos with a screenshot that makes you go, ooh, this is the body cam
I
footage.
hate that.
And then you click it and it's like,
recently, body camera footage has come out against the police.
Those people should be tracked down and murdered.
Well, let me set up the song. For several decades, undocumented immigrants have crossed our borders and overstayed their visas in pursuit of a better life in the USA. Many immigrants brought along young children who grew up as Americans and now face the fear of deportation to countries most of them have never known.
I believe you meant to say depotatoing.
Depotatoed. Millions of U.S. 6 months she's going to get in jail. The woman, you heard that, right?
Good.
6 months in jail. The one, the depotatoed woman?
That's, to me, honestly, that's fair.
That seems fair to me,
too.
too.
Yeah, she didn't fucking, blow the plane up to save an act. To me, if somebody did that in the U.S., like if some woman of, let's say, a certain socioeconomic background made a scene on a plane.
Black?
Yeah, there you go. Was trying to dance around it. Made a scene on a plane. Like, I'll fuck that bitch. Like that Atlanta stripper we saw. 6 months. That's about fair.
That seems
for
fair.
fucking up a flight. I'd feel okay with that. I'd be like, you ruined my weekend, but 6 months. Yeah, it'll learn you. To them, they are known as dreamers. And they set it up like a movie intro, like an 80s movie. This is not what a dreamer looks like, by
Getting
the
the
way.
mail.
Well, I'm a sexy, light-skinned Latino American that has nothing to do with DACA. Shut up. You know why none of the people in this situation look like that? Because a woman like that could go find some American Latino guy that like owns a car dealership and marry him.
You haven't heard her sing yet.
It's the only people that you're singing about. But but this is still, they use these images because I saw a commercial.
Was it Bartow Ford? It's our new sponsor. Grady just says they had to be.
No, but I saw a commercial. It's been running on YouTube, actually. It's a DACA commercial, like a pro DACA commercial. And it uses this really whitewashed Latino woman. Like, these people are being thrown out. It's like this almost white-looking Latina woman and her almost white-looking kids, and you're like, you're distorting this because it's really only like if you get here illegally, you can make arrangements if you're a winner. Even illegals that are here illegally.
You're a winner.
No, seriously, even the illegals that got here that were winners, they made some moves and they hustled and they got legal.
Right.
Like, like marry somebody. You're just the ugly, poor, degenerate, gambling, drunk, loser DACA people that we're kicking out. That's what it is. Because if you're a winner, somebody's going to, even if you're just attractive, which I understand that's unfair, but that's your born winner. Sorry, that's life. Some people are born with a 10-inch dick. Some people can fucking
Some people
slam
are white.
dunk. Yeah, some people can jump 10 feet and get a ball into a hoop.
Well, the 10-inch dicks and the 10-feet dunks are probably the same people.
Probably in most cases. But the point is, you can make arrangements if you hustle. The people that are getting thrown out are... It's like they're using DACA to protect the wrong people. And getting rid of DACA, it's not like we're just going to go kicking in the doors of every 6-year-old kid and being like, get out of here! It's just going to allow us...
The old Elian Gonzalez.
It's going to allow us to more easily allow like ICE and Homeland Security to do their jobs, getting the traffickers out and all these horrible people. I'm like this image of DACA, this woman in a pantsuit with the fucking Escalade rolling. That's not a DACA. Shut up! It's a bitch who works at Safeway, who probably sends all her money back to Honduras, isn't doing anything for this area, doesn't pay taxes, and probably lives with a fucking local guy who's a pedophile, and does hair out of her apartment and doesn't pay taxes. I'm sick of this!
From the time I was young.
Something else. She also lives in Tennessee. Good looking at the plate.
From the time I was young, I always dreamed this nation will forever be my
This song, you know what? I'm glad Selena got shot in the face. I'm glad she's dead.
Salinas.
See, your family's not Mexican, so you didn't have to deal with that.
Oh, dude.
I bet you like your people probably mocked Mexicans mercilessly for how ridiculous they were.
They lost their... Remember the made-for-TV Selena movie with
Adios, mío, Salinas!
Then there was a made-for-TV one. Then there was an
Jennifer
actual one that came...
Lopez.
That's the one that came out in the theaters, was the Jennifer Lopez as her, and it was such a bad movie. If you get a chance, watch it.
She was such a wholly uninteresting person.
Yeah.
And Tejano music like this is so bad. It's
It is.
the worst music.
I always dreamed this nation will forever be my home.
Like, at least if you go back to Royce's origin country, the kind of music you hear is like the kind of music you hear in the soundtrack to Tropico.
Tropico music, yeah.
And you go, oh, this makes me want a really good, like minty, fruity drink
Yeah.
and a blowjob from a hot prostitute and a cigar. This music's like just makes you think of like trucks, like truck tacos and landscaping.
It would be playing at a diner outside of Tijuana. You know what I mean?
Count my blessings every night. Pledge allegiance every day.
Pledge allegiance.
Yeah, to Mexico. That's the problem.
Yeah.
To the only flag I'm proud to call mine.
But you're not! Don't tell me that any of these people like America. You don't like that flag. That flag's a symbol of oppression, remember? It's imperialism, colonialism, white male oppression. That flag needs to be destroyed, and every statue needs to be torn down until this country fucking pays for its filthy sins, right?
You said you love the American flag, but the 2 CDs with the Mexican flag hanging from your rearview mirror say different.
Right next to your leopard print seat covers.
Oh, God.
I am so sick of this narrative they're selling us. We just want to come and put my hand over my heart and work every day to make this country great. No, you want to come here, undercut white guys, work for $6 an hour roofing, and send all 6 of it back to Mexico. I know your fucking dirty tricks, guys sitting on the back of the trucks with the Israeli fucking stars on it. I'm not fucking stupid. We hate her, right?
Oh, absolutely hate her. She's wearing a Tennessee fucking sweater because she's just one of them. And by the way, new sweater, seeing the crease coming down of it. Again, taken out of the package.
That looks like the Fed Nazi flags that you see at rallies.
Yep.
And the man who gave them lives to make us free.
I never want to not fuck a Latina chick, but this chick, I just
Is
want
she
to punch
pushing?
her.
Yeah.
I just want to punch her.
I love the values of her word. You know the promise.
Who's the chick from Modern Family? She's like great value. What's her face? Sofia Vergara.
Oh, Sofia Vergara, yeah. She could get it.
Beneath the
That
torch.
accent just kills it for me. It's too.
Yeah, forgive she's out though.
She's like a Hispanic Fran Drescher. It's like, stop.
Of Our Lady Liberty. But one day the basket calling. And even though I was just a child, the wrongs my parents once committed.
You know what amazes me too, right? It's like no matter how much money these people send back to Mexico, which trust me, the exchange rate is outrageous.
It's pretty crazy.
You'd think that Mexico would at least be mildly caught up with us by now. And they're not.
No, of course they're not.
But you'd think with all that drain and them being right next to us that eventually it would just have gotten like, wow, Mexico's pretty nice. You know, but they leech off of us and it just gets worse. And then they go, no, we need to come here. And you're like, no, fix your shit.
Come now to haunt me like a ghost who turns my dreams into nightmares.
Andrew in the chat says every time Mercy yells, my little boy copies him. That's a good lad. It's a good kid.
Some lad points.
I like him. He's got some fucking. He's already got anger issues. I like his style.
Mike, do me a favor. Can you scream blood and soil?
Blood and soil!
Perfect. Thank you. You're welcome.
Get him early.
Okay, look, I'm not. I can't. Even I'm tapping out. I can't.
No?
No,
I like it.
That's
It was very good. I think what it did was, remember what I was saying earlier? You know, and I didn't mean it. We were just joking around, you know, trying to be edgy. That's what we
Right,
do.
yeah, it's a-
And I said, you know, shoot a baby at the border. You know, I was obviously kidding.
Yeah, just kidding.
You know, but the song really makes me reflect and think about it. And now that I think about it, I think you should shoot 2 babies. when they get
Oh,
deported.
Mike. All right.
Sorry.
We have a campaign
What
ad
happened?
here. Campaign ad from Elizabeth Heng. Okay. She's a karate chop.
Yeah, and the title of the video is "Walk" because she'd rather not drive. We'd rather
her not drive. She's
I walk because my insurance premium's too high.
She's a politician running. She's 33. She's a Republican. She's running for office in San Jose, California.
I'm sorry, sweetie. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean that.
Let's.
You're a nice girl.
Let's see her campaign ad.
Votes against the Farm Bill, but supports sanctuary cities. Higher taxes, more spending, gun control, and a money-wasting bullet train.
So wait,
Allows San
pause.
Francisco environmental.
I already. So she's implying
You should really.
that her opponent is a prostitute, right? Is that what we're getting at?
Yeah, and you should. Yeah, basically. Yes, you're right. And her opponent is Jim Costa. Jim Costa. He's the
Not to be confused with Jim Acosta.
no. This is her opponent, incumbent Democrat, Jim Costa, right here. That's him.
So he's the hooker?
Yeah, he's supposed to be the hooker.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
To deny us our water. Nancy Pelosi, yep. But also, surprisingly, Jim Costa. After
The guy looks just like Jim Costa. The guy walking in heels looks... yes.
No, I didn't think it was going to cut up to him.
Yes.
I thought it would be implied.
No. She went hard.
The only reason I guessed it and I ruined the bit, and I'm so sorry, is because I thought, and I should have been able to tell because the walking was horrendous and the calves, I should have known it was a dude. But I kind of just thought it was the implication, like streetwalker in heels, showing he's like, I thought they were very cleverly trying to imply, hey, this guy's kind of a fucking prostitute. And he's whoring out his position. But then they just got up and it's Ted Kennedy in heels. Jesus Christ.
And he looks just like Costa.
Jim Costa.
It's against the Farm Bill, but supports sanctuary cities. Higher taxes, more spending, gun control, and a money-wasting bullet train. Allows San Francisco environmentalists to deny us our water. Nancy Pelosi, yep. But
the other thing, look how bad he's walking.
But that's why I should have known. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Also, surprisingly, Jim Costa. After a lifetime in politics, Jim's no longer one of us. Costa's walking in Nancy Pelosi's shoes.
Okay, that's kind of...
That's not right.
That's kind of funny.
I thought that the cut-off jeans, he looks like a never nude from Arrested Development.
This is... who's this woman?
Elizabeth Heng.
I like you.
Yes.
I like you. If anybody's in that area, please vote for her. I like her. Based on one commercial. I have no convictions. I vote based on shit posting now.
Yeah. She's a Republican. She's running for the 16th district in California. So specifically in California, 33 years old.
This woman, I like her style.
Costa la vista, baby.
Oh, well, she's not a... I like you as a politician and a friend.
As a good friend, right? Like, not enough to drive you to the airport.
That was mean.
That was really mean.
Sorry.
I'm Elizabeth Heng, and I approve this message.
Bunch of California fuckers. She looks like the Chinese lady from Arrested Development.
All right, Mike. Want to see a fight over across the pond?
What happened to Jason Biggs?
Dickhead.
We're going out.
So there's a guy apparently, as YouTube does its stupid thing. There's a guy apparently starting shit with these people. They're in their flat. Is that what it's called? They're a flat.
A flat?
They're in their flat, and he's in the backstory from what I
Yeah,
gathered.
no, this is a famous streamer from the UK. His name is Hamptonshire Brandon.
I don't think that's true.
The British version of...
I don't think that's
He's
true.
like, hey, touch me, don't touch me, mate.
It's Philip McFranco.
Dickhead.
We're going out. We're going out.
Stop. Don't do that, mate. I'm warning you. Don't do it.
So what, you're...
Move away from my house. Right, dickhead. Move away from my house now.
It really feels like a Hampton Brandon video.
He's
You understand? I'm the best streamer out here in Hamptonshire. All right, I'm the best streamer. I'm gonna fight you. Don't touch me, bro.
He is wearing a like Tommy Bahama-ish kind of shirt.
Why is he wearing Jay Okerson gloves?
But he's wearing gloves as well. And at this point, he starts unbuttoning his shirt.
Come on, what?
Don't call the police. Come on, dickhead. Get your phone.
Wax my chest, mate. Very hairy.
Move, get my fucking... What are you doing, man?
Come on, dickhead.
I ain't got time for this right now. What are you doing? Fucking do it.
So he keeps trying to open this dude's door.
You're upsetting my son. Now move away.
So the kid's crying.
What are you doing outside my house? My kids are here, man.
Get in.
To be fair, that kid sounds kind of old enough
to be crying.
Stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
What are you doing, you weird cunt?
Wait, you can't talk to them.
I can't do this in front of my kids. What are you doing?
So again, this guy's still being pretty reasoned, right?
Move on. I can't do this in front of my kids. Are you
Can I have the
mental?
police, please?
Take your shit and move on right now.
He takes his shirt off.
What are you doing, man?
Takes his shirt off. And
Sweetheart, call our useless police.
Look at him start to flex. Look, he's flexing right there. He took his shirt off, and now he's flexing.
Don't touch me. I haven't touched you. Don't touch me.
I mean, he looks like he could probably, probably throw down.
Please, move away
Yeah,
from
can I
my
have
house. My
a
children
police
here.
or someone to come around 33 Hartswood Close,
Don't touch me.
WD23 2GP.
No one's
There's
touched
a
you.
man
Just move
walking
away
past
from my
our
house
house
now.
and
The police are
decided
coming.
to pick
Stop.
up
You're
the
on camera as
fence,
well.
and
This
now
is
he's
your
now
fault.
threatening my...
Is he drunk?
He's drunk or on drug? I think drunk.
Yeah.
husband.
Move
And
away
taking
from
his
my
clothes
property.
WD23
Move away.
2GB 33 Hartswood Close.
Just take your stuff and go. You're in front of my children. Just take your stuff and go.
2
No one's
GB,
done
2
nothing to you.
GB.
Just take your stuff and go. You broke my property.
He's taken his
You
top
broke my
off,
property.
trying to
Listen, I haven't got time for this. I need to go. You're on my property. You're in
This guy's a coach of something, apparently.
front of my children and my wife. Move on.
He's
Take your
threatening
stuff
him,
and
and
move
he's
on.
trying to leave for football with my children.
I can't do this in front of my children,
33,
man.
you
Stop.
see it's a
What are you
single
doing?
road on the street.
Just take your stuff and go, man.
I'm
No,
filming him.
no.
You know what the
no,
lady
no, no.
should have done is she should have told the police that the man sent a salty tweet about Muslims.
Oh, the police
and
already
they
been
would
there.
have teleported to the house.
Or, you know what? Call and say that he doesn't have a TV license. That'll do you.
Nicky Jones.
Just take your stuff and go. I'm asking you. Please take your stuff and go.
This man, he's got
Don't
really
fucking
short,
way,
flippy
then.
over
You're
brown
at my
hair.
front door.
He's got a
I'm gonna
goatee,
apologise
and he's really
You can
drunk.
do it from
He's
there,
got
not on my
hardly
property.
any
No,
clothes.
no,
He's got
no,
jeans,
listen
sorry,
to
and he had
me.
a
So you're saying now he wants to apologize?
short sleeve
Don't
shirt
work
on
like that,
white
man.
with
You're in
black
front of
pictures
my
on.
house with my children.
He's taken his
Please
shirt off.
move
He's
on.
got black
Now.
gloves on, and he's got a guitar
No one's
case or
touching you. No one's
something.
doing nothing. Just
My
move
husband
away
just told
from
him
my
to stop
property,
peeing on my
man.
fence, and he's now
No,
just literally
move away from my.
going
You're
to
on my
use it.
property. You're on film.
Now
You're
he's
on
trying
camera.
to
Move
come
away
into
from
my
my
front
property.
door.
You're drunk.
Do you want me to wait here?
Man, what are you doing? In front of my children.
I'm
Stop.
being
Take your
nice.
guitar. You've got your guitar. Get off my property. Move away from my property.
Mate.
There's no mate.
Don't piss me off.
No one's trying to piss you off. You're
No,
coming to
no,
my
no.
house in front of my kids,
I'm being
behaving
nice.
like you're not being fucking nice. You got your shirt off.
Go away from my
Move away
house
from my
now.
property. You broke my fucking gate. You're in front of my children. Just move away from my property. For fuck's sake.
Move away.
Oh! And he's out.
Cunt! I fucking warned you.
Dude, chill out now because you are on your own tape here.
Yeah.
That kick is. That's like where you
Shouldn't
start
have
the.
done that kick.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have done that kick.
Yeah, but it depends. Like, especially if you like go to court or something, you might get away with one.
Yeah.
They might review it and go, all right, kicked him once. He's pretty pissed. It wasn't in the face. But now I don't know what happens there. Does he hit him again?
That's where it ends. That's where he
Okay.
cut the video.
Okay. Wow. Could you see that again? Can we go back?
Of course. Of course, here.
Oh, he fucking gives him the old fucking.
Just
business.
move away
Does
from
he
my
elbow
property.
him?
No, I think
For
it's
fuck's
fist.
sake.
Move away.
Oh, no, it is.
It's an elbow.
That'll. Oh, dude, the
Dude,
point of
I've
an
been
elbow?
seeing a lot of elbows lately.
Yeah.
It really is effective.
I blame Conor McGregor.
Cunt! Fucking warned
One
you.
kick. One kick and then the video ends. I think you're right. I think
the missus probably went, let's just cut it off.
This is enough. Yeah, this is fine. You already got him.
He did warn him.
He warned him several times. Again, that guy must have been fucked up. He had to have been.
But it's like, how many times can you say leave before you get fucked up? That's just what happens. And also, they were both in great shape, but drunk guy was drunk, and the other guy was in great shape and sober. And the elbows, man, that was brutal.
So you now.
Oh shit, treasure!
Now there's a reason that we can't play the Dr. Phil video.
No, obviously we don't want to get
because there's some shows don't. His is absolutely a show that pops, and they've been popping people for this. But
we can show this because this young lady was on Dr. Phil. She was
not a real doctor.
Quoted as he was at one point.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
He shouldn't be called doctor anymore.
No, because he had his license revoked for sexual misconduct.
Correct.
But he was a doctor
at one point.
Were Dr. Phil was a gentleman. Had her on rather with her parents, and I guess
now she's a young black girl.
She identifies as white,
but she's 16, right? I believe
think
16. Yes. Okay.
She thinks black people are disgusting. They're ugly. They're gross. And she considers herself white. She immediately... She's not even famous because of Dr. Phil, because nobody cared. It wasn't until Pole caught on to her, and now Pole is turning her into a star. So now she has her own YouTube channel. So we can play clips from her channel.
All right, well, let's see. Her name is Treasure?
Treasure, the appropriately named Treasure.
All right.
Get
well,
ready for this.
Let's see the bounty.
Watching your white queen, Treasure.
Greetings, Jay. Blast off, baby.
She's black, dude.
Oh, no, she's super
But
black.
she's and she's fucking with Pia. Yeah, like I don't know, man. I've been analyzing this situation, and she's a fucking top notch shit poster. But I don't think she's clever enough to be behind this.
Right? You think somebody else, a man?
I think somebody's helping. She's getting some help.
I'm going crazy.
Start this video, I'm going to address a few things. First of all, for the people who are saying I'm not a real person, voila, I'm as real as it can get. And second of all, before I just want to address all the negative and positive feedback I got, which I'm
disconnected.
Huh? No, we'll be back. We should be back here. Hold on.
All
on.
right, it's on.
We're on. Okay, good.
Oh boy, that was scary.
No,
Sorry.
no, it was a connection issue. It was a connection issue. We're good.
All right.
We're good.
All right.
Whew. That sucked. All right. Anyway, back again. This is not from the Dr. Phil episode, so I'm not too worried. This is Treasure the
I thought
White
it was
Witch.
for being. I thought it was for being bad guys, not for.
Got it. We're good.
For copyright.
We're good.
if you could. Well, one thing I really would change is the fact that women have the right to vote. I don't feel like that's kind of necessary because their opinions don't really matter that much. But, everyone has a choice and an opinion. I understand that, but I just don't feel like it's really necessary for women to vote. I'm not gonna
Based and red-pilled. What? She's so fucking based, dude? Yeah, that's good. That's fucking good. Well played, sir.
go too much into it because you guys are here for something else, and I don't have time to have all that, backlash. Why are Donald Trump and Jennifer Aniston one of your favorite role models? Well, first of all, I never said they were my role model. Kim Kardashian is my role model, but first of all, Jennifer Aniston has made such an impact in my life with her
Armenians are white.
That's true. That is correct.
Series, and Donald Trump is just such a magnificent leader. He started from the bottom, and now he's our president, and he's really taking us into such a
Started from the bottom.
just such an inspiring term that I can't imagine him.
Trump
not
started in the gutter as a young beggar, and the boy rose up to prominence.
He was a real Aladdin. He was just robbing fucking bread with his monkey. Riff raff, street rat.
We had a different word for them back then. What? Sorry, that's not a
no.
being our president. If Hillary, a woman.
What do you mean? Is the audio is still fucked up though? Is the audio messed up? Talk, Mike.
Hello, I am talking into a microphone. I am talking and I'm talking.
Let's see. Hold on. That's Inception.
Hillary, a woman.
What do you mean? Is
Hold on. Yeah, they're fucking with
the
us.
audio
They're
is still
fucking with
fucked?
us.
You dicks.
Don't
Is the
fucking Bjorn us, please.
You dicks.
I think you are trolling.
No, only because I've had issues with the board before, so now they've really extra fucking with me. You dicks.
Was our president, we would all be in
By the way, refresh if they are seeing the buffering thing. Just refresh. It should be fine now.
shambles. We probably would have all been died by now. But look at Donald Trump. He's saving us. He's really making us one of the best countries out there. And that's probably one of the reasons because Donald Trump, he takes the cake. Out of any president we've ever had, fuck Obama, fuck all those other people.
I liked it. By the way, I pointed this out on Nightwave. I love how children don't have any point of reference past usually one president back.
Of course.
You know, it's that because even when we were kids, we're like, there's Clinton and Bush. That's pretty much all you knew. And then you know all the old ones. You know what I mean? Like Washington and Lincoln. But yeah, she's just like, yeah, fuck Obama and, you know, those other guys.
President Trump, oh, he's the winner. And if you're not supporting him, then you need to get on board before it's too late. When's the first time you realized you were prejudiced? Okay, well, first of all, I have a PSA.
Have you seen the crime statistics in Southside Chicago?
Announcement. Racism is bad, and it should never be tolerated.
Some would say black crime statistics.
We got to get this girl to say, despite being 13% of the population.
Oh, you think? Yeah, we could do it. I think it's possible. Can we get her on? No, she's probably blown up now. No one can get her on.
And people who are racist, they should just be burned in a fire, you know? Like, racism is so not cool. But I'm not a prejudiced person. I don't identify with anybody who's, you know, alt-right or alt-left, whatever you guys want to call it. Kind of my first little thing that I've ever done that was kind of prejudice, which is not. It's not prejudice. I don't really feel like it's prejudice.
Was had an abortion.
Oh, no. Get ready for this.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Well, I did lock a girl in a cage before because she was African-American descent, and it was for my own personal reasons. I don't feel like I have to really get into that.
No. I kind of feel you have to get into that.
I'll agree to disagree.
No. You lock somebody in a
She's
cage.
Like Dee Reynolds. Look, there was this one time I lit one bitch on fire. She was copying me. You were copying her.
Yeah, it was
copying me. Whatever.
I was held there against my will, so it doesn't even count.
It's the only time it counts.
But I do have a picture of it. But yeah, I mean, I locked someone in a cage before because they're monkeys, you know. If you that's where they belong, and I did.
What the fuck? Can I propose something? Third mic on the show.
We can get her.
We could get away with it, right? Then we're fine.
Ralph retorts trying to court her too.
Well,
we're trying to get her on the kill stream.
Yeah. Number 4. If you could have every black person segregated from white people, why would you? And why?
That's very funny, right?
Well, honestly, I feel like black people really do have a bad effects on the economy. They raise taxes. You know, you got to help the poor. You guys know about Medicaid? It all is for poor people. Like, why do you guys have to be that poor when you guys can't even handle you guys' own bills? Like, you really can't even afford to pay the hospital bills. People have babies and they rely on Medicaid. Like, are you a responsible person? Is that really what you're like trying to accomplish in your life?
See what happens, thank you. You get locked up in federal penitentiary. Somebody's trying to creep in on your corners. Somebody's trying to take over your hustle.
Frozen Asian. What, Royce? It's like you've never locked a black person in a cage before. No, I haven't.
You know, because they're like basically monkeys.
Oh,
what are you doing?
Come on.
But black people have such a huge effect on the economy. They're not right people. They're not.
Candace Owen is losing it.
Well,
I don't see.
To be fair, they also inadvertently have a good impact on the economy because they spend every penny they have. So to be fair.
Them as real people. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And the fact that they really are out here.
Who's they?
Putting such a bad effect on rural neighborhoods. That is just so sad. If you put a black person in a nice neighborhood, guess what's going to happen? Your house is going to get broken into.
This just in, George Zimmerman looking to adopt this young lady. Form a new alliance.
Like, no. Like, I just couldn't do that, and I don't understand why people feel like we have to mix everything in with each other. Like, that's completely pointless, and it's absurd, and I don't have time for that, and it's actually getting me kind of mad thinking about it, so I'm just going to let this question go. So,
haters.
5. Is Kim Kardashian a role model to look up to? Well, honestly, I don't feel like everyone...
Well, yeah, except she married a black guy, so that's gross. Jesus.
Oh.
For real?
Wait for it.
Oh, no.
Their own role models. Everyone can have their own opinions, their own views, and everything like that. So if my role model isn't the same as yours, then you have the right to, have anyone... If you want to look up to fucking Jesus Christ, you can. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, I mean, that would be where I'd start, and
then work your way down.
Then work my way down to
Kim
Kardashian.
Really? I think her thing's upside down. I think she starts with Kimmy.
Yeah, turn your card around.
Yeah, you have it upside down.
You have your priority card upside down, sweetie.
You didn't get your white card?
But honestly, I feel like, she is a perfect role model. She is one of the most self-made billionaire. She's best friends with our president. She married Kanye West, which also, I don't like black people, but Kanye West is such a open-minded, soulful person that you have to respect her.
This is a troll, right? Has to be? It is, right?
It's got to be. At this point, I'm fairly convinced that she's got to be trolling.
Do you not care about hurting people's feelings? No.
Okay, first off, can I step in here? First off, facts about your feelings, okay? All right?
Look,
I showed her crime statistics, okay?
Listen, I have to agree with this base little N-word, okay? First of all, gives her citizenship to Israel.
Mm-hmm. And right as the time to promote jordansinthemail.com, where we send black people Jordans, that way they don't have to stand in line and ruin my commute to work.
That's right. jordansinthemail.com. Get the original, fucking forgot his name. God damn it. The guy from the Knicks.
Patrick Ewings?
Get the original Patrick Ewings.
I don't. I really don't. And I think the fact that I got so much, angry black bitch backlash proves the fact that black people are violent, they're incoherent, they're ignorant, they're uncivilized.
You know what the funniest part is? This is going to prove how stupid everybody on this fucking planet and in this country are. Because alt-right spurgs are going to start sending this girl money.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're dumb.
It's going to be hilarious.
Just as dumb as the left. Yep. I mean, our audience is not really brainwashed by anyone. But
now you guys, okay? Now you guys.
Nah, you guys are cool.
You guys are cool.
Her, it looks good on you, though. No, but, the ones that are really, sucked into their ideologies, watch, they'll start giving this chick money.
They're just everything that's wrong with the motherfucking world. And it's crazy because they showed their ass and they showed exactly what I meant. So they proved me right and they didn't realize that they proved me right. So I don't know if they're just retarded or if they're just really fucking stupid. And I honestly believe that they're really fucking dumb. But no, I don't care about hurting people's feelings, and I hope that I hurt people's feelings. I hope I hurt your mom's feelings. You're
She needs to
7.
go on JF show.
Yeah.
I will now hit on this young black girl.
Beyonce is such an inspiring person.
She had her learner's permit, so it was okay. Sorry.
She is woke on the JQ, so clearly she's not retarded.
Why do you hate her so much? Well, honestly, I never said I hate Beyonce. I just feel like, you know how black people don't do much for society.
This bitch is so fun. You know what the best part is?
Coming in with the heat.
You know what I love about this, too? Is that this is truly proving a point right now in our censorship debate. It's unbelievable how this video is taken off and how YouTube is not taking it down.
No, you're right. If we did this, can you imagine if we did this?
Maybe because this is, I don't know, maybe because YouTube knows that this is some sort of psyop to infuriate and embolden the black voting base.
Like Kanye West?
Right before a midterm? And maybe get some black folks that are just normie, middle-of-the-fence voters that are like, whoa. Look what these Jew-terminating motherfuckers are doing to our kids in the fucking... No.
So when one of them do something for society, they all try to just go and claim that they are with them and that they love them, and it's only because they're black. Beyonce is a talentless bitch, and people love.
See, now that's one thing I hope you mean.
Yes, if that's real, that's fine.
If you take back everything else you've said, but you hang on to that, we're still cool, treasure.
Her just because she's black and she knows how to shake her ass, which is the only thing black people are really good for. Strippers, they're all strippers. So it's a public stripper.
See, the black YouTube star.
Listen to black music. I don't like black rap. I don't like black singing. I don't like any of that soulful
She only
gospel.
listens to Macklemore.
Oh, that's worse.
I got $100 in my pocket. You should have more.
Probably now that's all he has.
That song's going to mean a lot in a few years. I shouldn't have made this song, man.
Should they all?
I actually saw Macklemore at a thrift shop.
I want the irony to be that one-hit wonder. His one-hit wonder is thrift shop.
That would be amazing.
Love, it's absolutely trash. The music is horrible. Beyonce's horrible, and everybody who listens to her is
That's
just
not true. Yo Gotti's pretty dope, and so is Ty Dolla $ign. Don't be fucking bigoted, lady.
Jesus, are you talking down to a black woman?
Yes, you don't know anything about the black community.
This isn't Candace Owens.
I'm now defending the blacks.
Garbage trash, and they all are just like one of those follower people that are just following the trend for today. Honestly, I have one thing to address. I'm not an actor, and I never will be, and my opinions will never be shut down by you low-life, soulful, retarded individuals that are out there trying to attack me. Honestly, I feel like you guys should be ashamed of yourself because you guys are talking to the prettiest person you'll ever meet.
That's how you know
I feel
she's
like a
got
lot
to be
of people
fucking
are
with
just
people,
attacking
right?
me because they don't have dads themselves, you know. A lot of people, no, not even a lot of people. I've never met any Caucasian people with me that have not had fathers.
I mean, mine was in and out, not really very. I'd say more out than in.
So everybody's mad at me because their father never came back from the grocery store. And I feel like that's not my fault that you guys don't
Well, it's usually gas station, but yeah.
have dads.
Based in
You
Red
know,
Pill,
it's
bro.
not my fault that you
Mary
guys
Miller must have missed what we said earlier. We can't show any Dr. Phil. Like we're playing this because we don't want to get struck down on.
Yeah,
copyright.
they've been popping people
They'll
for
auto
playing
hit
that
us for
episode.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
There's a reason we're playing this.
like I'm supposed to be down and poor with you guys, and I'm not. And and excuse the noise. My house is getting worked on. I'm getting construction done. We want another floor.
Yeah, she's fucking with people. We want another floor. Yeah, I think that
Oh,
we
that's
got
when
it
I
sold.
figured
Yeah.
out when she started talking about the construction, and I'm
We
like,
want
yeah.
another floor.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
doing the old Amy Schumer bit.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because I have a lot of people out there trying to claim me and claim that they know me. I don't know any of these people. I don't like the people about me making YouTube videos on me, especially that African bitch with that ugly ass head wrap she's wearing. Extremely ugly, by the way. Let me just
She added her own laugh track. I don't know.
Bitch. You're ugly. You need to kill yourself.
Now again,
Wait a second.
Now
Come
again.
on, man. I can't say that.
we can't say any of these things. So what? Like, why is? Do you understand if they just lifted the, like? Now I understand what it's like being a corporation, because if they just lifted the restrictions and made everything even again, our company would thrive. Like if we just had untethered access to YouTube, unfettered rather, and we could just promote and show up on recommend just like this,
Right.
we'd be unstoppable.
But
we are held to different regulations than everyone else.
and then sometimes other shows, they decide that they like the stuff that you're doing. And they go and they, kind of do what you did 7-8 months ago and make it their own.
Do what I did. I don't make stuff my own.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
Oh.
I was talking about another show.
Oh, yeah. Should we get into that today? Well, we don't have time.
We got
We're gonna
5
save
minutes
that for
left.
tomorrow.
We got 5 minutes
I
left.
don't think 5 minutes is sufficient.
No, we'll get that to
We're
tomorrow.
They're gonna have to save that for tomorrow. We can give them a teaser.
Okay, give him a teaser.
All right. So last night, Trolita sent me a screenshot of a show that I've advocated before. Royce has
I
said,
too like the show.
Royce has praised the show before. Legion of Skanks. They put up a clip where they were harping on queer kid stuff. And she goes, they might be stealing. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but they're kind of, that thing's blowing up anyway. Then today, in my recommended videos for Nightwave, I see a recommended video, Legion of Skanks, the Dan Schneider accusations.
Okay, but they play clips and stuff of us in there, right?
Completely froze us out. Only read the Red State article, which freezes us out as well.
Fucking that article.
So we're going to play their clips tomorrow. So thanks, Trolita, for the tip. And we looked into it further. There's more. So we're going to play clips. I want to see if they, any parallel thinking. I'll go after these fucks. I don't care.
Let's see. Well, we'll see. I don't want to start going with
I'm not saying I want to. I'm on the contrary. I'm saying that I very much don't want to because I like them so much.
I like them too.
That's why I'm emphasizing I will go after these motherfuckers if we see some shit. I'm just
Because,
trying to
look,
emphasize that I like these guys.
I don't want to sound like everyone that does a Dan Schneider thing is that
everyone's ripping us off, Robin.
It was just weird to see these episodes like back to back come up. Kind of like, you know, how sometimes when you watch stuff, it's come recommended, and there's no way you could search for Dan Schneider without our name popping up. You know what I mean? Like,
we are
again, the Queer Kid stuff. Look, we're not the first people to talk about it. Mike pointed that out. Obviously, we do the bit, obviously, on the show, but the Schneider stuff, come on, man.
Even most of the Schneider coverage afterwards references clips of our show. So
correct.
Whatever. We're gonna tackle that tomorrow.
That'll be fun.
Jay and the boys.
Thank you for listening, everybody. RevengeOfTheSys.com.
Big J Okerson, Louis J. Gomez, and Dave Smith. Sorry. Guys, give us your goddamn money.
Not like that.
You don't like when I say it like that?
No, that makes people not give us their goddamn money.
Goddamn money. Fucking stab you. Go to RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. Sign up to be a patron. What are you waiting for? Also, Amazon. If you're going to do some Amazon shopping, clickety-clack. Go to RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. Click on the Amazon banner, then do your shopping so we can get a little commish on the back end there. Is that it?
Nightwave tonight.
I think so. I got to see if the adapter came. It says it came. We'll see.
Because you need 2 monitors.
Yeah, I need 2 monitors. So we'll see, folks. It should be tonight, though. If not, if I don't do Nightwave tonight, I'll make a deal. I can still do 1 monitor on Twitch.
Right.
So maybe I'll Twitch some Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That's the best
That
I
would
can do
be-
to make up if I can't do
that
2
would be
monitors
good.
tonight.
And I've been thinking while you're sleeping, I was saying I need a camera for my Xbox during the day. Maybe I'll stream some Red Dead. So, you know, I mean, we have, you know, I have
And
a
it's
Twitch
only
channel
Fallout
too.
4 because that's all I have.
Right.
Until I get something. But obviously, I got to get something newer. It's more interesting. Nobody wants to watch somebody play a fucking 3-year-old game.
Correct. That's a good point. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Hey, you know what you could get on Steam? You get Fallout 76.
I still have to buy legitimate computer equipment. Like the machine is great,
right?
But I now have a beautiful Ferrari engine, but it doesn't have the really expensive Ferrari tires that go on the Ferrari, and I'm not going to just go to Goodyear and go, "Oh, these tires."
Well, to quote Birdemic, she's my hot Ferrari. We'll be back tomorrow, Daywave, 10 a.m. Subscribe to my channel, please. We will see you tomorrow. Stay tuned for possibly a Nightwave, either on Twitch or YouTube. Maybe video game, maybe a show. Figure it out. See you guys tomorrow.